Adrienne, interest rates have surprisingly edged lower. Mortgage rates are even lower than they have been for a while. What does that mean for the housing market? Are housing sales going to take off again? I don't think they're necessarily going to take off, but certainly low mortgage rates have been a major factor supporting the Canadian housing market in recent years, and the fact that it looks like mortgage rates are going to stay low, at least for a good part of this year, I think is just another factor that will support affordability, housing demand, and probably prices. How significant is let's say mortgage rates fall like half a percentage point, a third of a percentage point, how significant is that for affordability? About a half a percentage point decline in mortgage rates would translate to about $100 savings a month on an average house and an average monthly carrying cost. So it's not huge, but I think just the fact that interest rates are low, long-term mortgage rates are low, overall it still supports affordability, and it looks for now that we're going to keep low mortgage rates. Okay, we know interest rates are going to go up sometime. We don't know when, and we're not going to forecast when, but we are going to look at what might happen. What might happen to housing if rates tick higher? Well, that's the big question. I think if rates tick higher, the market will hold in fairly well. But eventually, I think from this point, we have to assume whether it's this year, whether it's next year, the year after that, interest rates will go higher. And I think that is going to crimp, just given the fact that you have very high home prices already. Years ago, there was talk that the housing market would correct 10%. The forecasts varied. If rates go up, is that still in the cards? Well, no, I subscribe more to a soft landing scenario. I think we've already seen that in a number of markets. I think what you'll see is interest rates gradually moving higher, things cooling off. There are a few areas that might be a little more at risk, high-price markets such as Toronto and Vancouver, for instance. But I think overall, it's just going to be more of a not quite as exuberant housing market and things slowly cooling off. Thanks, Adrienne. Okay, my pleasure.